Elusive Man, Commander. I figure you've got a few words for him, too.
Yeah, just a few.
Shepard, looks like Edie extracted some interesting data before the collector ship came back online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to tell me what the hell is going on around here?
Cut the act. You set us up and you better have a damn good reason for it.
We needed information on the Omega-4 relay. That required direct access to collector data. It was too good an opportunity to pass up.
Agreed. But I don't like surprises, especially when my ass is on the line.
I put you at risk, yes. But without that information, we don't reach the collector homeworld, and you and every other human may as well be dead. It was a trap. But I was confident in your abilities. And don't forget Edie. The collectors couldn't have anticipated her.
Why lie, though? Couldn't you have just told me? I would have gone anyways. Even if I had known, I still would have gone to go look for the data. If you had been like, hey, Shep, guess what? It's more than likely a trap, but this is worth a risk, I would have still done it. Why? Why lie? There was no point in it. It served nothing other than to make me hate you more than I already do. And the trust that we had, what little teeny tiny bit of trust that you and I had is officially gone. I hope you know that. It's just... What did we learn? Anything? Was this worth it at least?
Just tell me it was worth the trouble.
It was. Edie confirmed our suspicions. The Reapers and Collector ships use an advanced Identify Friend-Foe system that the relays recognize. All we need to do is get our hands on one of those IFFs.
Okay, and how do I do that? Do you have another ship up your ass I can go and board?
I'm guessing you have a plan.
We have a science team working on a derelict Reaper right now.
Of course you do.
I need you to go and pick up its IFF.
It's a Reaper? Really?
Where'd you find a derelict Reaper?
An Alliance science team recently determined that the Great Rift on the planet Klendigan is actually an impact crater from a mass accelerator weapon. A very old mass accelerator. I sent a team to find either the weapon or its target. They found both. The weapon was defunct, but it helped us plot the flight path of the intended target, a 37-million-year-old derelict Reaper. We found it damaged and trapped in the gravity of a brown dwarf.
So what's the catch?
I get the feeling this isn't going to be a simple swing by and pick up our package.
We lost contact with Dr. Chandana's team shortly after they boarded. Initial reconnaissance revealed no clues, and it was too risky to commit more resources. But now we need that IFF. I'll forward the coordinates to Joker. In the meantime, I suggest you tell your crew I didn't risk their lives unnecessarily.
Nope.
It will make things easier going forward.
Don't care.
Edie, tell the crew to assemble. We've got a lot to talk about.
Of course, Shepard.
Thanks, Edie.
So the Elusive Man didn't sell us out. Could have fooled me.
Lied to us, used us, needed access to the collector databanks. Necessary risk.
I get it, but he could have just been upfront with me the whole time. This is part of what we're trying to do. So I still would have gone, because we needed that information. There was legitimately no point to lie to me. I was already in on this mission. I already think that we need all the information we can before going in. So why not just be upfront with me?
He tries something like that again and the collectors will be the least of his problems. Edie, are you sure this IFF is gonna work?
My analysis is accurate, Shepard. I have also determined the approximate location of the collector homeworld based on navigational data from their vessel.
That can't be right.
It has to be. Edie's always right.
Edie doesn't make mistakes. The collector homeworld is located somewhere in the galactic core.
Can't be. The core is just black holes and exploding suns. There are no habitable planets there.
Could be an artificial construction, space station protected by powerful mass effect fields and radiation shields.
Even the collectors don't have that kind of technology.
Yeah, but Sovereign did.
The Collectors are just servants of our real enemy. And we've all seen what their masters are capable of. They built the mass relays and the Citadel. Who's to say they can't build a space station surrounded by black holes? No wonder nobody's ever returned from a trip through the Omega-4 mass relay.
The logical conclusion is that a small safe zone exists on the far side of the relay, a region where ships can survive. Standard relay transit protocols would not allow safe transport. Drift of several thousand kilometers is common, and would be fatal in the galactic core. The Reaper IFF must trigger the relay to use more advanced encrypted protocols.
All right, before we go get that though, we need to make sure everybody's ready and has no regrets, because once we go through, we go through.
Just because we can follow the Collectors through the relay doesn't mean we can take them out. I don't want to go after them until I know we're ready.
Sooner or later, we need that IFF. I say, why wait?
It's a derelict Reaper. What if the Collectors are waiting for us? We may want to build up our team before we take that kind of risk.
Agreed. We're gonna build up the team. Make sure, like I said, nobody has regrets. Because I don't know what's on the other side of that. And neither does everybody else.
The more people we have on our side, the better our chances of success. We need to keep building up the team.
It's your call, Commander. Whatever you decide, we're with you.
Hey, little fishies, we're back. What a day that's been so far. Any mail? I'm gonna say I doubt it, but every time I see. This is a Pragia facility update. Contacting you per elusive man's instructions. He believes you'd want to know that he had ordered Subject Zero's project shut down before the riot broke out. Cerberus personnel arrived to find all the guards dead, along with most of the subjects. Any surviving children were treated for injuries, given mild amnesic treatment, and delivered to the Alliance facilities as survivors of slaver attacks. A few surviving doctors were forcibly retired for their role in the project. Per your report, the facility on Pragia has been destroyed. Okay. Well, that's good news, actually. Kind of comforting, and not really, because he could absolutely be lying to me about this. I just don't know. But I'm gonna go run around and see if anybody wants to talk, and then I think we're plotting a course for Tachanka.
Do you need something?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if you wanted to talk.
Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity.
Huh.
It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
Can you tell me more about that?
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
And what about bad memories? Does the same thing happen to those too?
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
I can only imagine. Can you tell me more about the memories?
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
Oh, that's 100% fair. Yeah, we probably wouldn't. So do you remember every hit then?
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail.
Wow.
Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
Every single bit of guilt you might possibly have associated with it?
That sounds difficult. At any moment, you could relive the guilt.
Guilt?
Yeah.
No. I've never felt any particular guilt about my contracts.
Really?
My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
No. No, I don't, but my gun doesn't have free will and is an inanimate object with no feelings or cognitive abilities, whereas you have free will and cognitive thought process abilities and everything that goes along with it.
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does, but my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill.
Huh.
Drell minds are different from humans.
I can see that.
We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
That would infuriate me, thinking about my body not being under my control. I do appreciate, though, that we're able to have this discussion and learn. I find it fascinating. I hope you know that, like, I don't dislike or anything. It's just, that would definitely drive me crazy. Kind of weird for a lack of a better bit of terminology.
That's a strange way of looking at yourself.
Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
And what about that memory that you had before then?
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
That was a unique situation, I take it?
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid Drell memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
I can only imagine. So what happened after?
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
Huh. Well, that sounds like another story, and hopefully one day I'll get to hear it. But seriously, Thane, thank you so much for kind of explaining this all to me. It was a really good talk.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard,
Yeah,
I appreciate these chats we have.
same. I completely understand what it's like to be just alone and needing somebody to talk to, so I'm glad we can chat.
You've spent a lot of your life alone, Thane.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
I don't know, Thane, there's an entire ship of people on here that, no, they definitely don't dislike you, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that would like to get to know you, so I think when you pass away, there's going to be definitely people there to mourn you. Trust me. And it's never too late to change, right? You know.
This crew is pretty diverse. You must have something in common with some of them. Get out of this room and talk to them.
I shall consider it.
Good.
I won't keep you.
Thank you, and hopefully it goes well talking to people. Might I suggest Samarith first? Or Tally? They're kind of the more compassionate souls on board. I wouldn't suggest Jack. Maybe ever. Kind of thing. Oh, speaking of, I should go talk to Jack. Yeah, I definitely should go do that too. Let's see if Samara wants... Hey, Samara, you want to chat with me?
I am glad you came.
Oh? What's up?
I must ask for your help.
Okay.
That is not easy for me.
I can only imagine. Listen, just take your time and I'll do what I can to help, of course.
It's all right. Just tell me what you need.
When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing.
Yeah.
Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Okay. How urgent is this, out of curiosity?
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
Okay, absolutely. Where is she located?
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub called Afterlife, which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
Okay, and who is she exactly, if it's alright if I ask?
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat Yakshi.
A what?
It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
Why the special name for her? Is there a reason behind it, or...?
So is an Ardat Yakshi a special kind of murderer?
Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Oh! Wow, okay, is it a like, does she have any choice behind it, or...?
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
And it's all because of genetics?
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
Okay, yeah, I can absolutely see why she's dangerous, but what about the obscure, can you just a little bit more about it?
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardat Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
I can see why she's so dangerous.
This is definitely worthy of your full attention.
She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
All right. Listen, we'll 100% go. Hopefully she'll be there just for a few days. We have to stop at Tuchanka first. Mainly because we have Grunt's going through stuff that I don't understand. So if we can just hold off just so I can go do that, then we'll absolutely go and handle this.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander.
Of course.
There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
Samara, how many other children do you have?
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Morinth was always the wild one. She was happy and free, but selfish.
I think I understand now. Completely. Don't worry. We'll handle this.
It can't be easy to talk about.
My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
Either now or when you're more comfortable with it, will you tell me more?
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask, and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
That must have been difficult.
Sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
I understand, Samara. I do, and I can't imagine the burden that you carry with all of this, but we'll get it done, I promise.
Those moments change you.
And I've hundreds of years left to live with that. I say too much.
No, don't worry.
Forgive me.
Nothing to
Help
forgive.
me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
We'll get it done. Don't you worry.
We'll go find Morinth.
I'll let you meditate. I'll talk to you soon. I think that was a little bit heavier than I was anticipating going to see Samara. I can't imagine that burden.
I can't believe the
Now, to
collectors
distract
were once
myself from that
Protheans.
unimaginably sad story,
being regal,
over
not
under
giant.
on whether or not Garrus Vicarian will actually talk to me. I mean, we talked on the ship, Garrus!
Shepard, I'm glad you came by.
You
I've
are?
got something. I
What?
may need your help.
Okay.
You remember Sidonus, the one who betrayed my team?
Yeah.
I found a lead on him.
Oh.
There's a specialist on the Citadel named Fade. He's an expert at helping people disappear. Sidonus was seen with him.
Okay. First, excuse me, I just need to enjoy this moment really quick. Okay. Tell me more about this betrayal.
What happened? How did Sidonus betray your team?
He tipped off the Mercs, told them where our base was. He drew me out with a false job, then let the Mercs hit my team. My men weren't prepared. They tried to hold them off. By the time I got back, there were only 2 survivors. They didn't last long. All 10 of them dead. Because of him.
Tell me more about Sidonis.
What are you planning to do when you find him?
You humans have a saying, an eye for an eye, a life for a life. He owes me 10 lives, and I plan to collect.
Is that what you want? Are you sure? I'll help you do it, Garrus. I'll dig the graves if we need to, kind of thing, but are you sure that this is what you want?
You sure that's how you want to play it?
I'm sure.
All right.
I don't need you to agree with me, but I'd like your help.
No, I mean, hey, I'll do it either way, whatever you need to get closure for this, but yeah, absolutely.
Where do we find Fade?
I've arranged a meeting. We'll meet him in a warehouse near the Neon Markets down on Zakera Ward. Thanks, Shepard. I appreciate you taking the time to help me.
Anytime, Garrus. I can't believe we talked. That was so good. I'm gonna just... Whew. I talked to Garrus on the ship without him calibrating a gun at the same time. It must be a holiday. It's really not, but I'm gonna take it as one.
I needed to wipe that place off the map. You took me there to do it, and I owe you.
You don't owe me, Jack.
You don't know what it's like, Shepard. To have garbage like that following you. It marks you in ways you don't expect.
I might not know it in the same way that you do, Jack, but trust me, I know what it's like to have a whole ton of garbage following you.
I've made a lot of hard choices, Jack. Like what to let go.
Hard to walk away from it.
Yeah, it is.
You'd think it would get easier now that the place is a crater. But what else do I know?
Did sparing Aresh help at all, or...?
I never thought I'd see you show mercy, but you let Aresh live.
He was trapped in the past, reliving it every day. You showed how that could be me. I'm not getting stuck like that. I'm better than him, and I'm sure as hell not carrying that crater around with me.
Good. That's really good, Jack. That's actually excellent news. Do you feel like you've changed at all, or...?
Do you think you're different now?
I know that place is gone. But I still kind of want to kill every person I see. No offense.
None taken, at all. This is a start, and I'll take what I can get.
I'll take what I can get with you, Jack.
You did a lot, Shepard. Shit. I'm not good at this soft stuff. Just... thanks, okay?
Okay.
Let's get back to work.
Anytime, Jack. Anytime. All right, I'm gonna go see if Tally wants to talk at all, and then is it time to finally get Grunt some help? Hopefully, because man, I don't know if the ship can last much longer.
Did you hear that we are sharing our deck with a Krogan?
Well, ain't that peachy?
Don't worry, he's really nice, except for right now.
Shepard.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came by. I may need your help.
Okay. Whatever you need.
I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason.
What?
I'm scared, Shepard.
You treason? First of all, we will get this handled. That's utterly insane, Tally.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tally.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
This is absolutely insane. What are the charges?
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus.
I know.
I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again.
Okay.
I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
It seems like something that, you would remember and be able to have good recall on, but considering neither is happening, something's wrong. So what's our next step?
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges.
Okay.
My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
Okay, they're not going to convict you because we're gonna make sure of it, but do you know the nature of your charges, or are we still confused on that?
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
Of course, so we can't prepare ahead of time. What about the punishment that goes with it?
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
We're not gonna let that happen at all. How common is this actually?
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Honora Vanya Vassilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians.
What?
She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
And so what happened to her?
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
You won't. I will make sure of that. Can you tell me about trial procedure just to be prepared?
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself.
Okay.
Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Okay. We're 100% gonna get this handled. I do have to get Grunt to Tuchanka, and there's just a few other things that probably can't wait, but if you can contact them, tell them that we will absolutely be there and we will get this handled. It just might take a smidge bit of time. That would be good, so we can just make sure that they don't try you without you being there, kind of thing.
Okay. Let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
Okay. No problem, Tally. We'll get it done. Hey, Edie, can you send me anything you might know on just Quarian court trials, politics, all that stuff, so I can go in a little bit more prepared? Because, being prepared is going to be good to make sure one of my best friends doesn't get exiled. Because wouldn't that be something? All right. Edie, let Joker know we need to head to Tuchanka too.